Good afternoon for our lecturer, Mrs. Agung Sri Barustiawati, and also all my beloved friends. So welcome to today's presentation. My name is Nikomaru Jayanti Maya Meduni Angela, and I will be serving as a moderator and also one presenter today. Next slide, please. You will be hearing a presentation from Group 2, which consists of me, Nikomaru Jayanti Maya Meduni Angela, with the last student number 1100 as first presenter. Malina Fitri with the last student number 1132 as the second presenters. Elena Fabiola Sihoming with the last student number 1107 as third presenters. Anika Dwi Ariansa with last student number 1106 as a fourth presenter. And last Nilo Putu Indah Harika with last student number 1190 as last the presenters. Okay, next slide, please. So now we are moved to our session. For the topic discussion today is step in tour planning. Next slide, please. Before we move to the materials, so I will display the table of content for this presentation. The first material is the market diagnosis or tourism marketing analysis. The second, formatting 5W plus H4 tours program. The third material is observation. Fourth material is data analysis. Fifth material is planning determination, and the last material is implementation of planning. Next slide, please. Before we discussing the stage of tourism planning, we should know what is tourism planning is. Tour planning is a planning process in which transport order are grouped into tours and put into a certain orders. Tour planning requires several stages. All these stages are closely related to planning aspect. This stage also requires instrument for observation. And planning is thinking about future activities which are based on rational consideration and accurate data. The stage carried out before carrying out tourism activities according to Suyet Note 2001 include marketing diagnosis, 5W plus H4 tours program, observation data analysis, planning determination, and also implementation of planning. Next slide, please. Okay, today, now we discuss about market diagnosis or tourism market analysis. Market diagnosis is carried out to determine market needs. That is so the tourism product made can be adapted to the market needs. The technique used in determining this market is segmentation. This market is segmentation technique. What is segmentation? According to Kotler and Armstrong 2008, segmentation is the process of dividing the market into different groups based on characteristics or needs. Okay, next slide, please. As you can see on the slide, there are several segmentation techniques, including demographic segmentation, geographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation. Demographic segmentation, this is a market division that is seen based on age, gender, occupation, religion, and income from the targeted market. Geographic segmentation is a way of dividing the market scene from area of origin, the target market. And the last Psychographic segmentation is a way of dividing the market by looking at the behavior and lifestyle of the target market. After doing market segmentation, next is targeting. Targeting is a process of evaluating the attractiveness of each market segment, then select one or more characteristics to serve. After that, positioning the product is done through designing the corporate image, thus occupying a special place appreciated by the target market. Okay, the last presentation will be presented by Malinda Fitri. Malinda Fitri, time is yours.
Okay, thank you for the time. So for the next is formulating 5W and H for TORS program. After carrying out a market diagnosis to find out the market needs so that we can choose the right TORS product. After that, we have to determine the purpose of the TORS product. To determine the purpose, we use the 5W and H formula so the program is more focused on target and easier to carry out evaluation activities. This method is very useful in marketing and in communication by helping you determine the type of action plan that should be put in place. So for the formulating 5W and H, the first is what. The purpose of this question is to find out what plans that we will mix. So for the example is what are the product of TORS that you offer, and then what are the goals that we will achieve from the TORS product. And then the second one is why. This question allows you to get at the goals and the benefits that the TORS product is to deliver. The example is why do we choose this type of the business, or why you make the TORS product. And then the third one is who. Who become a question that leads to the subject. This is used to find out who was involved in the related event. This example is who are your targets, to whom will you communicate, which members of your team will oversee various jobs. And then the fourth is when. These questions focus on the time of the occurrence of an event. You have to choose the right time to start a TORS. The example is when does the TORS start? And then the fifth is where. This question is about the locations of the event. The example is where is the locations of the TORS? And then the last is how. This question shows the ways, methods, technique, and work procedures that will be carried out. For the example is how is the TORS organized, and then how will the TORS be marketed. I think that's all about formulating 5W and H. For the next material will be presented by Elena. So Elena, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Malinda. So I will continue the presentation. The next stage is about observation. According to Cowie 2009, observation is a graphical form incident, presence and frequency of elements that desire to compare a real situation. In terms of tourism planning, observation activity must be carried out after we have formulated the goals and implemented what tourism that we will do in the future. After the observation is complete, the next steps is data analysis. Okay, maybe that's all about observation. The next stage will be presented by Andika. Andika, time is yours.
All right, thank you, Elena. So in this stage, it named the data analysis. So the data that has been obtained from the observation stage is then analyzed for the purpose. First one is determine the strategy for achieving goals, and then the second one identify any obstacles that may arise or happen in achieving goals, and then the third one is look for other alternatives that can be taken. Slide, please. All right, next stages is name plan determination. So the result of the data analysis that has been carried out are then used as the base for revising of the objectives. And this improvements is ultimately become the resulting plan of plan determination. For the next stage, it will present by Indah Kartika.
Okay, thank you for the time, Andika. So I will explain about implementation of planning. An implementation planning is also known as a strategic plan, which is used to outline the steps that must be taken to achieve the state's goals. This plan incorporates strategies, process, and action and will cover all parts of the project from the planning scope onwards. Planning implementation is the last stage in the tool planning stage because this stage can only be implemented after the data is available. The planning implementation is the stage where all the components of the planning stage are implemented in real way from the start to carry out the plans that have been prepared previously and to achieve the goals that have been set. Next slide, please. Okay, so here is the following is a chart of plans that have been prepared previously, consisting of market diagnosis, goal formulation, observation, data analysis, and plan determination. This is the plan formulation stage, where this stage must be known through analysis or research because to achieve the plan implementation requires real evidence of the fields. We must know how to diagnose the market, such as condition and market needs. Then we have to formulate goals and ensure these goals through observation and the data we get will be processed and analyzed. Then a plan will be set and after all this has been formulated, we can implement the plan. Next slide, please. Okay, so the tool planning stage must refer to the planned aspect. So the plan formulation stage should be based on market and research aspect, as this is the basic for product creation. Market aspect include market condition and market needs. Meanwhile, aspect of research is including facilities, infrastructure, and human resources. If this basic aspect has been integrated, we can process to the stage of implementing a plan or goal to create a product. Then this product can be processed according to the operational steps to be taken. Okay, that's all about implementation of the planning. For the conclusion will be explained by Elena. Elena, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Indah. Now I will conclude our material. In formulating a tourism plan, we must pay attention to several steps that are useful for producing pleasant tourism activities. The steps in tourism planning include tourism market analysis, formulating 5W plus 1H for trust program, observation, data analysis, planning determination, implementation of planning. Market diagnosis is carried out to determine market needs so that tourism products can be met according to market needs. Meanwhile, information from the results of the market diagnosis that has been obtained is used to formulate the objectives of the tourism program. After obtaining information on market diagnosis and formulating of objectives for tourism activities, the next stage is observation, which is useful for implementing tourism that we will do in the future. And the data that has been obtained from the observation stage is analyzed for several purposes, such as determining strategies for achieving goals, identifying obstacles that may arise, and looking for other alternative strategies. The result of the data analysis that has been carried out are used as a basis for revising the formulation of objectives so that these improvements eventually become the resulting plan. Okay, maybe that's all the conclusion about our material, that is steps of tourism planning. If we have mistake in this presentation, we say sorry and thank you for your attention.